Thank you, Madam Speaker. My question is to the Minister for WestConnex. Will you abandon your dangerous plan to build a WestConnex dive site on top of almost 1,000 students at the Sydney Secondary College Leichhardt campus?
Thank you,
Minister.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I do thank the member for Summerhill for her question. It is very, very important that everyone in the chamber understands that Stage 3 of WestConnex is the tunnel that links the M4 with the M5. This is a crucial part of making sure that WestConnex delivers all of the decongesting benefits across the Sydney motorway network that are desperately needed. To make it very, very clear, this is the pathway in which people who are travelling along the M5 will be able to distribute off the M5 onto a new northbound route. For those people who are travelling along the M4, it will mean that they'll be able to get off the M4 and travel south towards the airport. It's a crucial part of the Sydney. It's a crucial part. You don't even support Stage 3. It's a crucial part. It's a crucial part of the Sydney motorway network, and it's also the part of the Sydney motorway network that allows for future work to take place in connecting, the
Member Summerhill, if you'd stop interjecting.
Yeah, it's crucially important
maybe the Minister could answer the question.
The future opportunities to connect to the south, particularly the southwest and the F6 corridor, and it also opens up opportunities for creating a second harbour crossing, which is particularly important for our long-term connections to the northern beaches. I cannot say enough about how important this particular part of WestConnex is so important to everyone across Sydney. This is going to be about taking traffic off our local roads. This will be about taking traffic out of your local community and putting it underground. It will actually make the streets in your local community safer.
Member for Summerhill.
It will be about putting vehicles that are currently on local roads and surface roads under the ground. It will be about taking trucks off local roads and putting them under the ground. It is a long tunnel. It's a tunnel that runs from the M4 to the M5, and for us to be able to deliver that, we will need to identify a number of dive sites, 2 dive sites that will allow us to put the large road headers into the ground to make sure that that tunnel can be constructed. One of the things that we have committed to the community is that we will go out with our environmental impact statement showing all of those dive sites and giving the opportunity for the community to comment.
Member for Summerhill, you don't have 2 bites at the cherry. You've asked a question. The minister's been relevant. He's been relevant. Member for Summerhill, you're on a call.
So we have made a clear commitment to the community that ahead of that EIS we'll also be providing a design report, a less technically specific document that shows the impacts right across the community. We'll also want to make sure that those members of the community understand the impact of those dive sites. I have to say to the member for Summerhill and to all other members across the House today that when you are building one of the largest roads under construction anywhere in the world, there is going to be disruption in communities. I accept that that's...
Member for Summerhill, you're on 2 calls again. You've asked the question. The minister's relevant.
I accept that that's something we have to take responsibility for, which is why when you enter into this particular section of WestConnex, this large tunnel, that you need to provide as much of that information as possible and then seek feedback from the community. And that's exactly what we'll be doing.
Member for Summerhill, I ask you to cease interjecting.
With the development of our environmental impact statements. The other thing that we want to do, and I think this is particularly important to the member for Summerhill, is we want to be able to seek as much information as possible so that when we do go out with our environmental impact statement, all of the information is available. So that means engaging with departments like the Department of Education. It means engaging with members of the community. It means engaging with the Inner West Council to seek all of the information that they believe is important so that can be reflected in the environmental impact statement. Once we've done that, we will go out with our preferred position. Yes, it will lead to disruption, but we will give everyone in the community the opportunity to have their say, and environmental impact statements, both for Stage 3, the M4, M5 link of WestConnex, and other sections of WestConnex, help us shape that project more effectively and de-risk that project for those communities. We know that when you are building a project of this size, there's going to be disruption, but what we have to be able to do is engage with the community up front. We need to be...
Member for Summerhill, you're on 3 calls. Next time you're out of the chamber for the rest of the day.
We need to be able to provide that information.
That's what you want. That's what you're going to get.
We need to be able to provide that information in a transparent fashion so that they can provide their feedback to us, and we can make the best decisions in the interests of not just the local communities that will be suffering from disruption.
Member for Summerhill, that's my last warning.
They need to have that information so we can take their feedback and we can provide the most important information and make good decisions and ensure that we continue to deliver projects that this city and this community desperately needs. And this is a project that you are yet to commit to.
All members would be on one.